Hey everybody, so I am at this creator content event in St. Louis. So I saw it on Eventbrite and I decided to sign up. Although I'm very new at this, I have like under 10 followers and I think I've only posted 3 videos so far, but I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure I can learn something. So they're going to feed us lunch. They're going to have like a round table, just give us the opportunity to meet with other people. And yeah, I'm just here to learn. I'm very early in my content creation career, I guess. So yeah, so we will see how it goes. I'm back. So I did want to say that I'm super nervous about going because, first of all, I've told you all I'm a introvert, but then not only that, but I feel like I'm older, and then I'm black, and so I feel like I just stick out. That's really what it is. I just stick out, and these are real thoughts. So these are things that really go through my head. So, and I know they're not a big deal, and it's not nothing to really be concerned about, but this is just me real time. Like, I just feel like an outcast a lot of times when I go places. And yeah, but that doesn't stop me from going. Sometimes it has, but for this event, I was like, I'm going. I decided at the last minute that I was going to go because I figured I could learn something. I can meet some people. It's put on by 2 content creators. One is like a fashion creator. One is like I think she's called the Car Mom. I think she's the one that put it all together. And this venue is gorgeous from what I've seen online. I actually saw the venue a while ago, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. And so when I saw this event, I was like, oh, it's at that venue. So I decided to sign up. So I'm here. I'm nervous. I just feel like, for those reasons. This place is so cute, y'all. Look at the bathroom. It's the mirror. It's really cute. Like I said, so far I'm the only black person here. I definitely feel out of place, but everyone's really nice. So I'm going to stay and we'll see what happens. and it was great. So I didn't film a lot in there. The space was absolutely gorgeous. It's called the Dreamers Loft. It was a lot of pink. It was a lot of women empowerment posted all over, encouragement for women all over. Definitely female owned. I absolutely loved it. So I got some footage of me walking around. Beautiful place, and I'm pretty sure they rented that out for us for the event. So they probably do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like if people are interested in renting it out, I think it's like a co-working space type deal. But it's beautiful. It's way too far for me to come out and co-work, but I'm sure like it's probably an incredible place. They had like desks, they had like rooms you can go into to work. They had like a little quiet room you can go into, a meditation room. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So back to the event. I absolutely loved the event. I learned so much. They separated us by lifestyle. There was lifestyle content creators, there were product, and then there were service creators. And I said, well, lifestyle, because I'm not selling a product and I don't have a service, so I consider myself a lifestyle creator. And I learned a lot, because I'm like, of course I'm still very new, very new, but a lot of these women were mothers, they were older, they actually had brand deals, and you know, was bringing in money, and you know, stuff like that. There were some of us that were new, like may have been doing it for some months, and may probably and haven't earned any money, and so we were just trying to, you know, figure out our next step. So I fell in that category. And so my main thing after getting out of like one of the sessions was like foundations, which went over like your niche and things like that, and then we went over content, and then we went over monetization, and then there was breakout of for the branding, and then for something else, I forgot, something with money, affiliations. So I went to the branding because I feel like I still don't know like the whole branding thing, and I know some content creators just started and then it just kind of like grew into a business, and so I feel like I kind of am at that place. I'm not at a place where it's like, obviously I want to make money at some point, but I think right now I'm just trying to learn. I have a headache. I was gonna go running. It started out as like my ear hurting. I had like an ear pain in there, like an earache, and now my head is hurting. And I actually ate. I don't know if it was the sugar I ate, because I had something this morning that was super sweet that I shouldn't have had, that they offered us. I had my electrolytes. But I'm planning to run today. I don't think I am. I'm just not feeling that good. Probably gonna run tomorrow, because that 5 miles gonna get ran. You feel me? Anyway, so my takeaways from this event were I need a niche. That's probably the biggest thing. I need a niche, and then I probably need to get back on Instagram. So my thing is, I just feel like I don't want to be overwhelmed, you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like I just want to focus on YouTube. And I could still do that, I think, even with an Instagram. like at that event, everybody who is an influencer has an Instagram. They may not have a Facebook, they may not have a TikTok, they may not even have a Twitter, but they got an Instagram, which is interesting to me. I haven't been on Instagram in about 2 or 3 years. I got off because I did a detox from social media, and I did a detox because I would be on there like all day. Time just going by and I'm scrolling, I'm whatever, and so I got off Facebook and Instagram, and I got off TikTok. Eventually I just got back on TikTok because I don't know, I feel like TikTok is easier for me just to put my phone down or whatever, or to come back to something, versus Instagram is like I lose stuff, you know, like I want to see it all and all of that. And Facebook, I just don't need it anymore. I didn't feel the need for it. So yeah, so I need to open my Instagram, or change the name of my Instagram, and I need to get a niche. And so while I was there, this lady helped me, very nice lady, which I should have got her name, but I'll figure out who she is because I have her handle. Helped me get my niche. So she, we sat there and she was like, tell me about yourself, tell me what you do, tell me some things about yourself. And so I told her, I work out often, like every day I'm at the gym. I just got into running. I'm recently married. I'm a stepmother. I have 2 dogs. Just started listing off things. Said nothing about my job, which I'm so proud of myself, because there was a time where somebody would ask me, when people ask you how are you doing, or what's going on with you, or what do you do, or whatever, you go straight to your career. You go into how you feel about your job, or how you're feeling about your job, or how you're whatever. And I was so proud of myself that I didn't say, oh, I work in this, and it's like, because that doesn't matter, like that's how I make money, but that's irrelevant to this. And so I'm just very proud of myself for that, because I want to do that in every aspect of my life. Like, just, say this is what I'm doing. This is yes, during the day I do this, but that's not who I am. Like, the separating who you are from what you do, So yes, I may do that, but that's not who I am. And my whole life is not that. So I was very proud of myself for that. I didn't mention work. I didn't talk about work. I didn't think about work while I was there. So, but I learned so much, and they were so nice. And so so she sat, we talked, I told her all those things, and she goes, and I go, well, I'm an introvert as well. And she goes, oh, that's it. And it's funny, because while I was sitting there thinking about what's a niche I could do, because one of the people, the ladies, I think her name is Merrick. She's like a fashion and art creator. She told us about umbrellas, how you have an umbrella with your main niche, but then you have other parts of of who you are under that umbrella that you post. So like, she's an artist, but she also does fashion and maybe fitness and traveling. And I was like, oh, okay, like that makes sense. But like, when I thought of lifestyle, I just thought of like everything, lifestyle creator, we do it all. You're going to see every part of my life, the parts that I want to share. And I mean, you hear this niche thing all the time, and I just stopped, paying attention to it, because it's like, how do you do that? Like, so that helped me a lot when she said that, because even when people say, oh, this is my niche, and then you go on their page and it's like, well, why you got to post about fitness or about travel or about this, but you're a makeup influencer, it's confusing. But she mentioned that umbrella, and I was like, okay, So I'm like, well, what would be at the top of my umbrella? You know, I don't have a service. I don't have a product. I'm just lifestyle. So some of the ladies were talking about, like, they don't feel they need a niche, you know, as a lifestyle creator. So, you know, but they've made money, right? And although they may be saying that if I go to their page, I might be able to pick out, oh, like the common thread between all of your posts are that are family or whatever the case may be, right? So me, I'm thinking, and she mentioned that, but before I was thinking like, what could my niche be? And I'm thinking maybe something with social anxiety, maybe a person that, you know, is putting themselves out there, you know, because I feel that's relatable, you know, especially after COVID happened. A lot of us got in the house, we stopped doing stuff, and I can say I'm definitely an introvert, definitely have like social anxiety, but I do love to go places. I love to go to social events. It's the weirdest thing, I know it is. And I will go to a social event by myself in a heartbeat. I don't need anybody to go with me. And I learned that because when I lived in Nashville, it was either you gonna go by yourself or you just ain't gonna be able to go at all, because I didn't have any friends. So that's just something I do, you know. If there's a concert, if there's somewhere I want a restaurant, a movie, I will go by myself. I don't have any shame in that. But I love going to like social events. Like this was a cool event. There's an event tonight I might go to that I just heard about. It's like art, mimosas, and pancakes. Seems like a lot of fun. So I'm gonna talk to my husband and see if he wants to go to that. But we'll see. I like going to these events. So I feel like as an introvert, you know, we can still go out and do stuff. Yes, we chill in the house, but sometimes we need to go out, you know. Sometimes we need to just get out the house, and, you know, whatever the case may be. And so I feel like that's who I am, but I feel mainly like the social anxiety is a big part of that. So like I went to this event and I was terrified. I'm like, it's gonna be a bunch of white women, and it was. But they were so nice, and she helped me, and I was like, okay, so I'm an introvert in social media. That's pretty much what the niche we came down to. And my umbrella items, or things under my umbrella, would be travel, fitness, being a wife, a new wife, stuff like that. So yeah, so I think that's going to be my approach. I'm going to try that. I also love books. Like, it's just so much, like the whole, yeah. But I haven't had anything like get lots of views. This one lady said she had something that had 9.5 thousand views that she posted in December. Like, I've probably got, the things I've gotten the most views on are things with my dog. When I post stuff about Nino, I be getting all the views. Or like when I travel. But those are not my day-to-day things. Like, traveling isn't, like, of course my dog is, but whatever I'm doing, I want to make sure it's sustainable, you know. But it was a cool event. I learned a lot. I got some goodies. My goodness, it is hot out here. It is, what time is it? It is 10:12, and it feels like it's 100 degrees out here. But we are in a heat wave. Come on. Let Miss Nyla outside. I have to wake Nino up because we're about to go to church. So today at church we're going to they're doing this fundraiser for, I think, the Espanol service. So my church has an Espanol service in the afternoon on Sundays, and so they're doing like a, I guess it's a fundraiser for them. They're going to have food trucks and we're going to watch the Cardinals game. So I have not or I'm not going to be able to stay for the entire thing because the game doesn't start until 1:15. We get out of church like at 12:15. So but my family were going out for my grandma's birthday, so that's a little later, but it'll be before the game is over. So but yeah, it'll be cool. So I got on my Cardinal shirt that I just got this shirt, and we represent Walker, you know what I'm saying, home run, what is it, home run champion, I don't know, All-Star game. He won home run derby, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, he won, and I don't think a Cardinal has never won, or it's been a long time since we've won one of those. But yeah, but I'm excited. Hopefully they win today. They won yesterday. I haven't been to a Cardinal game this season. I really want to go to one. Probably won't go until it cools down. Our ballpark village is beautiful. I've been to Ballpark Village this year multiple times, but I haven't been like to the stadium to watch a game. I've just watched it in Ballpark Village. But if you ever come to St. Louis, definitely go to Ballpark Village. I absolutely love Ballpark Village. So they built it, I don't know how long ago they built it, but it's our stadium, Busch Stadium, and then it's pretty much like a space where you can sit and watch the game from the outside, so you don't have to have a ticket. It's free. They have restaurants out there. They have like this big area for the kids to play. They're set up like a baseball field. They have stage out there, so there's concerts and events there all the time. They built a hotel there. There's apartments there. There's a gym there. It's so much there. I absolutely love it. If I lived downtown, I would probably be there all the time because I just love the area. And it's just really cool, you know. You can go out there with your family. You ain't got to spend any money. Enjoy the game, and you're like right there. So whenever the team scores, you'll hear the crowd. It's kind of like you're in the game. How close? I mean, it literally is right by the stadium. It is the stadium pretty much. So very cool area. So but we're not going there. We're just going, my church is gonna have it. I don't know if they're still going to do that because it's really hot right now. They may not have it outside. They may postpone it. They may just have the food trucks and have the game on the inside. I'm not sure how they're going to do it because it's really hot. I don't think they're going to have us outside. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So got a kind of busy day today, busier than usual for my Sundays. Usually Sundays I go to church and I come home, may get something to eat, and then come home and we chill for the rest of the day. We may go to do something. There's so many free events here, free things here in St. Louis, museums, and the zoo is free. We have so many free things here. So when I was younger, and my nephew, my my oldest nephew, he used to hang with me. He would go to church with me, him and my mom, and we would always go down to not Union Station. We would go down to Forest Park every Sunday after church. We'll go to the zoo or Science Center or something. Like when he was like in elementary or middle school, we always would take him out. Like there's no excuse to sit at home here, I don't feel, because there's free stuff unless you just ain't got the gas, which makes sense because gas is high. But there's always something here for people to do, and it's reasonably priced. So I do love my city. For that reason. I know there's other cities that don't have stuff like that. I remember going to Nashville before I moved there, and I was like, oh, I want to check out the zoo. This was my first time going there, and you had to pay to get into the zoo. So I'm thinking like, dang, like we ain't gotta pay to go to our zoo. Like for extra stuff you gotta pay for it, but you know, like petting zoo, train ride, you know, stuff like that you gotta pay for. But going to the zoo, and I'm like, look, I got high expectations. I done paid, you know what I'm saying? This must be one of the best zoos in America. You know what I mean? I have to pay to get in here, and mine's is free, and it's amazing. Man, I probably saw like 2 animals in that zoo. The monkeys were off the chain. Like they were the star of the show. Now I could say that. They was out here swinging and screaming and the whole nine. Everybody was watching the monkeys, but there was no, I might have seen one other animal. I don't remember. My friend and I was walking around like, what is going on? Like, there's no animals out here. So we just went back to the monkeys, watched the monkeys. I mean, the grass was dead. It was just, I was like, what the heck is this? We have the best zoo in America, I think. I'm sure we, whatever the list is, we up there somewhere. Forest Park as well, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Tower Grove Park, absolutely beautiful. We have the Missouri Botanical Garden, just incredible. You do have to pay to get into there, but they have like some. I think like if you're a county and or a city resident, they have days where you can go in for free. Like, come on, y'all. There's always something to do here. So if you're into that type of stuff. But my mom always, like when we were kids, she always like would take us to free stuff, and she was a single mom, so that's where I got it from. Also going to the thrift store. That was something my mom always did, and so that's something I still do to this day. So yeah, I'm about to just get ready to head to church, and then I will probably check in with y'all later. The video should be up tonight. I didn't film a lot of stuff this week. I think I'm still trying to, like, I slept on, you know, that event I went to yesterday, and like those women, they have been doing this for some time, and they were just trying to upscale their business, or whatever the word is for it. And I'm just getting started, and I think for me, I'm not ready to think of my YouTube posting as a business at this time. Like I really created this page because I just want to get better at speaking, get more comfortable with speaking. So I have selfish reasons why I created it. And I guess they do too, because they want to make money. But the whole, like, what service are you providing people? Why would somebody watch your channel? Why this, why that? And it's like, I don't really have that. I'm just being myself. I'm just trying to become a better person. And so, like, if someone can connect to that, great. If not, I'm still growing because I'm still posting. So when I slept on it and I woke up this morning, I thought about, you know, that's what came to my mind. Like, yeah, like you don't have to make this a business, like, because I just feel like I can get overwhelmed very quickly and easily. So it's best that I don't think of it that way right now anyways, until I'm more established, because I'm just trying to figure it out right now. That's all I'm trying to do, trying to figure it out, trying to get to a cadence, trying to make it a habit. And so trying to think about, how can I make this a business? How can I do that? That's something that I'll do later. And maybe I'm wasting time. Maybe some people may think, oh, you got to be more strategic when you start. I'm just going to do me. So this is what works for me right now. Trying to do things how other people do them has gotten me into trouble, like mental trouble. Like, so I'm just going to do this the way that I feel I need to do it. I'm going to seek God. And that's another thing. I don't want to like step out and do something prior to God giving me the, you know, okay, I want you to do this or whatever, because he knows what people need to see. He knows what parts of my life people need to see that'll help them. So yeah, that's where I am. So I learned a lot yesterday. But I think where I currently am, I'm not ready for all of that yet, but I took notes, and when I am ready, I know who to call, I know who to talk to, and who knows, maybe 2-3 months I will be, you know, maybe a year, I don't know, but I just want this to be more organic than me just, you know, okay, what do people need to see, what, you know, because then it becomes more performative, and I don't want that. I don't want it to be performative, because I've done that for a long time, and we can get into that later. But I'm tired of the fake stuff. Tired of just doing stuff for others. You know, I'm tired. So definitely won't be doing that on this page. So exhausted with that stuff. Exhausted with seeing it. I know y'all are too. Because it's like, what's real, what isn't, you know? I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm real, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of it, exhausted with it. But, yeah, I'm outside with Miss Nyla. I'm gonna wake Nino up so he can come out here to use the bathroom before we go. Fitches. Well,